Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Code to Future. Today's topic is data types in Java. First of all, what is data type? Here data type means which are used to convert real world data into binary format is known as data type. For your convenience, take an example of value 20. The 20 is an integer value. To store this 20, first of all you have to convert it into binary format which are zeros and ones. Because their system or software stores values only in the form of zeros and ones. Let us take another example of pen. That pen is string and we cannot store it directly. So we convert it into binary format to store. Now see the definition. Data type means which are used to convert real world data into binary format. Their pen is real world data. Likewise, 20 also real world data. To store these values, you are converting them into binary format. Here one more thing we have to understand is particular data type stores particular values only. Like integer stores numbers, character stores a single letter. For example, in a water bottle you can store only water, right? But you cannot store food. Likewise, in the same way, in the lunch box we can store only food, but you cannot carry water, right? Here data types are divided into two types. They are primitive data types and non-primitive data types. Here, first of all, we will discuss about non-primitive data types. The non-primitive data types are again divided into five types. They are class, object, array, string, interface. We already discussed in object orientation what is class and object. And here, array, string, interface will be discussed in further classes because they have huge topics to discuss. And here, next one is primitive data types. Here, primitive data types again divided into two types. They are numeric and non-numeric. Here non-numeric again divided into two types. They are character and boolean. And if you go to the numeric data types, they are again divided into two types. They are integer and floating point. And here in the integer data type, there are four types. They are byte, short, int, long. Likewise in the floating point, they are again divided into two types. They are float and double. At first of all, we will discuss here about non-numeric data types. The non-numeric data types are two types. They are character and boolean. Here if you see boolean, boolean is nothing but yes or no data type because based on the condition it provides true or false value, so it is known as yes or no data type. Here next one is character. Here character is nothing but which is chosen to store a single value which are enclosed with single quotes is known as character. In Java, character has size of 2 bytes. Here in Java, 1 byte equal to 8 bits of code. Here character contains 2 bytes. Here 2 bytes means 16 bits. 2 into 8 equals 16 bits of code. But if you see other programming languages like C, C++, Python, here they follow American Standard Code which is known as ASCII. In that programming languages, one character contains only 1 byte of code and there 1 byte equal to only 7 bits. But in Java, 1 byte equal to 8 bits. And in that programming languages, character contains only 1 byte. But in this Java, character contains 2 bytes because other programming languages follow ASCII code which is American Standard Code. But here in Java, Java follows Unicode which is created by IEEE and this Unicode support all languages including English, Telugu and others too. Here next one is integer data type. Here integer data type again divided into four types. Here byte, short, int, long. Here byte contains size of 1 byte that is 8 bits. Short contains 2 bytes that is 16 bits. Like that, int contains 4 bytes that is 4 into 8 bits. Long contains 8 bytes that is 8 into 8 bits. By seeing the below example, we can understand that how a byte, short, int, long can be declared in Java programming language. Here next one is floating point. The floating point again divided into two types. They are float and double. The float contains 4 bytes that is 4 into 8 bits and double contains 8 bytes that is 8 into 8 bits. By seeing this you can understand that how bytes will be converted into bits. Here 1 byte equal to 1 into 8 bits 2 bytes equal to 2 into 8, that is 16 bits. 4 bytes equal to 4 into 8, that is 32 bits. And 8 bytes equal to 8 into 8, that is 64 bits. Now I will show you how these data types will store values through programming. First of all, I have created demo.java as a file name. Inside this, I will create a class with name demo. Inside that, I will create a main method because these two are mandatory to execute a Java program. Inside this, first of all, I will take byte, byte of value 10. Next, I will take short b of value 120. Next, I will take int c of value something of double nine, double eight, triple nine. Next, I will take long value d, that is something I will take some number. Okay. Now I want to print it. If I want to print it in Java, I have to use system.out.println, and I will copy this line and I will paste it again for 3 more times so that it will become easy for me to execute very fastly. Next up C and here D. If I save it, if I open my new terminal, and I have to save here file name demo.java. After that, this is Java is high level language. I have to convert it into bytecode. For that purpose, I will compile it Java C demo.java. I have compiled it, there is no errors. But if you see in the left side, before there is only demo.java, but now there is demo.class because this high level language converted into bytecode. But to get output, this bytecode should be converted into machine level language code. That is, for that purpose, we have to use Java space demo.java. If I click enter, we will get the output as 10, 120, integer value and long value. But here if you see in the long, there is 7 digits. And if we type one more 3 digits means 10 digits, it will get an error because before 10 digits we enter, here compiler taking long value as an integer. It is not considering long. It is considering the value as an integer. That's why we are getting error here if when we enter 10th value because more than 9 digits 10, 11, 12 digits will come for a value means it will belongs to long. At that time, you have to keep here capital L after the value so that the compiler will consider it, it is a long value. Otherwise, if it doesn't keep here, see, we are getting a red line. Red line means it is an error. If we keep here L means it will consider it is a long so that we will, if we compile and execute, we will get the output. For the same, if I want to do for floating point also, that is float and double. I will remove this. I will keep here float a equal to 10.5 and I will give here double b equal to 10 point something value I will give here. And if you see for double there is no error and if you see for float means there is an error because like how we have keep L capital L for long, we have to keep here F for float. Otherwise there will be error because if it does not give F, it will consider the 10.5 is a double value. Here double has 8 bytes, code contains 4 bytes. We are storing 8 bytes of code in 4 bytes so that there will be loss of data. For that purpose, here it is showing that there is an error and there is loss of data. So to make this error debug, we are using here F. And if we save this, and we will do the same process like we will show the file name as demo.java and I will compile here java c demo.java and it is compiled. After that, I will execute it by using java space demo.java. See, I have got output as 10.51, 10 point something value for double. I hope you have understand data types in Java. Thank you for your time. Please like, comment and subscribe. Thank you.